not my boobs. Is that okay? Yes, sir. All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer, and I'm slightly terrified because I look at all your faces and I realize I am quite young. Thank you for reminding me of that, although that poem did not come out that long ago, right? So actually I was going to perform some music, but it turns out that there's a difference between speaking out the lyrics versus playing it. I'm not allowed to play it, but I'm allowed to say it out. If you'd like to hear them in musical form, please come down to the Singapore Writers Festival. I'll be doing a set with a poet named Stephanie Estefan, who lives with cerebral palsy. And she has constructed these poems, which I've made into songs. So it's going to be interesting, going to be fun. 19th of November, which is a Sunday, 3 to 4 p.m. In honor of our feature this evening, Mr. Dustin, who ostensibly writes a lot about the Singapore uncle experience. This is my most Singapore uncle piece. And it's about a busker who used to perform at Bishan MRT. Anyone in the Bishan area? Okay, maybe we can take cab later. So he used to play the accordion, and then before the pandemic disappeared. So I don't know what happened to him or his sound, because that's all I could hear when I was taking the train. This is called Mr. Bishan, Dear Mr. Accordion Man at Bishan MRT. Dear Mr. Accordion Man at Bishan MRT, won't you play a song for me? Mr. Accordion Man at Bishan MRT, my heart is like a train door. I just let all sorts of people in. And I'm not discerning. I just know we all need to get somewhere. I know I'm yearning. I can't get off this one-track mind, just too scared of what I will find. Mr. Accordion Man at Bishan MRT, won't you play a song for me? Mr. Man of music for 1,000 moods and smiles, do you know how many miles I've left to go till I know what is the answer to being brave and being bold without a chance of being hurt? What is the name of the station where I finally feel like I've arrived? Mr. Accordion Man at Bishan MRT, won't you play a song for me? Mr. Accordion Man at Bishan MRT, won't you play a song for me? Thank you. I have a new obsession, by the way. There is a violin man now at Ang Mo Kio. So look forward to the series of busker uncle songs. For me, my original SG uncle is my father. And so I have this poem that I performed recently at something called the Grand Poetry Tournament, where my team and I placed third. It's okay. It's all right. Okay. Applaud that. Why not? I should also say this. Y'all are from NTU, right? Yes. Yeah, most of you are from NTU. Even though I keep talking about how old I am, I look forward to being your peer because I'm going to be a grad student in your school from next year onwards. So I really look forward to doing that. Oh. Okay, this poem is about my father. It's called Question. And I preface this by saying that if you're guessing how old I am too old for TikTok, but I'm too young for orthopedics. All my life, my father has always been hunched as a question mark. The upper slope of his back swallowing his neck to nothing. I've learned to see him as a question hovering over my horizon for which I try to shape myself into answer. What I don't know, how to phrase a human being in words, how to pass and press the details of a pursed lip of silence, of smile that never seems to reach his eyes into a clear line of inquiry. My father spent extensive years at the chalkboard, dashing out numbers and instructions to calculate things no one uses or thinks about after their A-levels. His obsession was balance in all things. When I was 28, he said without further justification of context, "You are the age that your mom was when she had you," and then walked away. I, a childless single woman, stared him in the face, noting that this is not a question but a declaration. But instead of going to war, I substitute the significance of not following my mom's footsteps at 28, multiplied by the impending doom of my 30s. Subtract the excess fear I add to get an accurate reading of my arrival at the realization today that I still don't know what he was trying to prove. Here I stand, too old for TikTok and too young for orthopedics. And yes, Dad, I'll explain to you what TikTok is in a minute, but here I am to remind you that I am me. You, the question, who do you love most? You, the question, what wakes you up in the morning and what keeps you up at night? You, a command, a request, a plea to come home, to eat, to sleep, to stop. I am still child enough. The years have made me your replica, now in their own way. The upper slope of my back is swallowing my neck, and I have my own questions. I look to people less as answers and more as outcomes. But sometimes I look at someone in a crowd in my horizon and know the question is not how did we get to be this old, but how did we get so lucky to be here? Thank you.